Do you miss playing Dungeons & Dragons, or just have a hard time finding a group in your hometown? By integrating Discord and D&D Beyond, you can create a character from 1st to 15th level, and then roleplay 24/7 in our Discord channels, while combating monsters, crafting weapons, training new skills, and searching for items across our campaign world. You'll also have the chance to participate in random combat encounters and go on monthly virtual quests. As a community DM, you can run encounters and virtual quests for the community based on monthly modules written by our very own accomplished plot team. Join us.
Join us.
Check it out.
Join the Discord.
Join us!
Join us.
And let's create incredible stories together.
Is money really worth all this?
It's not about the credits. I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
I bet you have.
You're not getting the drop on the villains with sounds like that. Your game needs Syrinscape. The Syrinscape online player has a huge library of epic sounds for any situation. Epic games need epic sound. Go to Syrinscape.com to get started today.
Get your customized jersey from MithrilArmory.com, proud sponsor of Champions of the Realm.
Seeing maps and line of sight with the characters moving is a game changer, literally.
The mind-blowing tech that's built into it, not having to use proprietary things, is great because you can have a 3D printer, you can make your own stuff, you can bring your own things to it, and you can still use it with all the stuff you have at home already, but make it even better.
I've literally tried something with this with just like a TV flat with my computer plugged in, and it was just like such a hassle hiding the map. You just look at this and it's there. It's very awesome.
It's time!
Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlethems. It is time for our championship match. I'm so excited to have you here with us. I'm Becca Scott.
I'm Uriah Faber, and we're here to talk about Baloth and Esmeralda, the finalists, the final combatants. They've dominated. They've made it this far. I can't wait to see how this goes down.
Yeah, me too. There's only 5 rounds of combat left in this entire championship, and we're only gonna name one champion of the realm.
Let's take a look at today's combatants, brought to you by Sirenscape.
I cannot believe me, Esmeralda, one of the Dawnbringers, is here in the finals today. I am so excited. This is everything. I just wish my team, the rest of my Dawnbringers were here, but they're here in spirit, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna win for them, maybe. I don't know. Baloth scares me.
Well, I have to say I'm fairly gratified to have made it this far, but really, Baloth Baratil is one of the top 5 spellcasters on Faerun. At least, that's what it says on his resume.
Baloth is terrifying. I mean, he's no joke. Look at the stats, and then you've seen the matches from before. I don't want to get too close to anybody like that, so I'm just gonna try to keep my distance and just see how head-to-head, spells to spells, see who's the winner.
Well, she seems to employ the strategy of keeping distance from her foes, but that's not a concern for me. I can strike at quite a distance.
If I had one message for Baloth, it is, I am coming for you from a distance.
Esmeralda, please consider appearing at the Black Pits in a limited performance engagement, or perhaps an unlimited one, long term. Let's talk.
Seeing maps and line of sight with the characters moving is a game changer, literally.
The mind-blowing tech that's built into it, not having to use proprietary things, is great because you can have a 3D printer, you can make your own stuff, you can bring your own things to it, and you can still use it with all the stuff you have at home already, but make it even better.
I've literally tried something with this with just TV flat with my computer plugged in, and it was just such a hassle hiding the map. You just look at this and it's there. It's very awesome.
These walk-ins brought to you by Mithril Armory, the official gear sponsor of Champions of the Realm.
The fighter wizard walks alone. She doesn't have her entourage anymore, but Esmeralda is heading in. I think she's going to bring a lot of fire to this fight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can see how excited she is to be here, and that's going to mean a lot. I think, people underestimate the importance of being present and being excited here. I hope she's going to be able to seize the day, not just enjoy the day. Sometimes people that are newer to the Champions realm, in the finals especially, are happy to be there. She can't be happy to be there. She's got to be ready to dominate.
Yeah, and the one thing we know is she has received the commentator's blessing each time, which other players haven't remembered to do.
Absolutely. She's got the touch.
Her opponent, the Dark Elf Sorcerer, is coming towards the ring now, riding that broomstick. Can he ride it to victory?
I don't know, when I look around the combatants and I look at Baloth, I feel like if I were to envision, when I hear about this sport, a champion, that's what I would look at. I would look at a guy like that and say, that's the guy who's on top, that's the guy who's in command, and he has a presence about him. Let's see if he can pull it off.
When you've got your own special box at the fighting pit, you kind of just look down on everyone else, huh?
I guess so. Let's go to the cube with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. This match is brought to you by Realmsmith and sponsored by Dungeons and Dragons and Idol Champions of the Forgotten Realm. When the action begins, our Dungeon Master will be Jason Azevedo! Introducing first, portrayed by Nora Ibrahim, and playing for Extra Life, fighting out of Barovia, presenting legendary monster hunter, Traveler of the Mist, Esmeralda Devanir! Their opponent, portrayed by Mark Beer and playing for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He's a Drow sorcerer and master of the Black Pits, fighting out of the Underdark, presenting master of the mystical arts and legendary entertainer, Baloth.
Welcome to the finals. You know the rules. 5 rounds of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition combat. You can spend hit dice between rounds to heal hit points. Conditions are cleared. Effects remain. Esmeralda, are you ready?
Ready.
Baloth, are you ready?
I'm ready for anything.
For one last final time, let's roll initiative.
This Tale of the Tape is brought to you by Forge Gaming.
Esmeralda. This human is a fighter level 2, wizard level 6, with an armor class of 18, but watch out when that blade song is activated, it brings it all the way up to 21. Baloth. This dark elf is a sorcerer, level 8. He has an armor class of 13, a +6 to constitution saving throws, and a +7 to charisma saving throws.
All right, combatants, welcome to the finals. Congratulations. If you would please both roll initiative.
A total of 5.
23.
Ladies first.
I think that 23 wins. When the action begins, Esmeralda, you will be first.
Okay.
And you will take the first turn. Once again, you have been magically transported to a place that is potentially familiar to you. Immediately, the first thing you sense is the heat that emanates off a river of lava that extends across the middle of the battlefield. You also notice the familiar, translucent, evocation magic, impenetrable barrier that exists 80 feet tall and 80 feet across the top. You know the only way out of this, as you have experienced many times thus far in this tournament, the only way out is to either be the victor or the defeated. When we start the action, in round 1, again, Esmeralda, you will be first. This is clearly the depths of Avernus itself.
Oh, you know, my lawyers are actually from Avernus.
That makes sense.
Let's go to round 1. All right, Esmeralda, it is your turn.
You'll never take me alive! And Esmeralda will bonus action cast Blade Song and move 5, 10, 15. Is this 20?
So that would be an extra 10. So it's 30.
30?
An extra 5 per level.
Oh, wait, so 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15,
25, 30.
Okay, and then...
Sorry. 5, 10, 15.
Uh-huh.
It was here, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So 5, 10, 15,
If she
plus
starts,
10.
that's all, if
25.
she starts here, it's 5.
So 25 here.
5, 10,
This is 25.
25.
Yeah.
To get up here would be...
25, 35, 45.
Okay, so I guess I can... But from here, I don't have a clear...
Yeah, you would have clear sight.
I
You would
would.
just have partial cover.
Okay, so from here,
Yep.
I am going to let's just start this out. Let's just cast that fireball. So please make a dex.
Dex save.
I think I'll counterspell that instead.
Fireball fizzles.
I think I'm gonna counterspell that counterspell.
Counterspell fizzles.
I guess that fireball goes off then, unless I can further counterspell. No, I only have one reaction.
Yes.
Very well. I'll take that fireball.
Oh, okay, that's me.
What is your dex save?
That will be 15.
Ooh, you take half damage. The damage was 26, so you take 13 points of fire damage.
13, you say? Very well.
Let me see. That was my bonus action, and I don't think I have any more movement down this.
No.
So that is my turn.
Okay. Mark, is now your turn.
Very well. Bailoff attempted to dispel or to counterspell the fireball, and it went off in his face. Oh, well, my dear, you're full of surprises. I understand you hail from the domains of dread. How exotic. It would be a real feather in my cap if I could book you to appear at the Black Pits. We can talk later. In the meantime, Bailoff is going to move up here. This will be more than enough move. He's got 50 feet of movement, so he's hovering above this. And if he's up above this, this is a clear line of sight without cover, yes?
So you'd have to be a little bit higher. How high up above this do you want to be?
How much movement did it take me to get there?
Well, do you have your broom?
Yes.
Yeah, so it
move
would
of
be
50.
straight movement. So it would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, I'd say, up to the top. And then if you want to move up a little further, I'd give it another 5 feet because it's on diagonal. So 30 feet of movement up to, if you want to be 10 feet. If higher, add 5 feet per 5 feet.
I'll go about 10 feet up.
Okay, so it's 20, what did I say, 30 feet of movement.
Very well. And no longer partial cover for us.
I would say at a 10-foot angle, you wouldn't have partial cover.
Very well. Let's go with an oldie but a goodie. As reality rims and shadow stuff pours forth from the Shadowfell, coalescing into the form of Marmadark, who appears directly beside Esmeralda and attacks.
What? Is that the werewolf?
It's all right. It's just a Houndeville omen.
I hate werewolves.
Not a werewolf.
Smells like one.
Yeah, he probably smells like one. That is, I believe he will miss unless you have an armor class of 10.
That will miss.
Very well. But you no longer have cover. So for his action, that was his bonus action, was summoning Marmadark. Bailoff will unleash a firebolt. Range of 120. I think you're within range. So. Oh, I believe that's a miss. That is a 10 total.
That misses.
That misses.
And that is the end of the turn. Moving on to round 2. We'll see in a second.
Wow, that was a powerful round 1, as you would expect in our championship matchup. Both of these spellcasters are flinging a bunch of fire, but Bailoff got counterspelled and then counterspelled on the counterspell. It was an exciting first round.
Yeah, and I think Bailoff made a statement at the end of the round. He, elevated himself and then got within the range and shot him a little offense out, and I think it was a hit.
Yeah, I mean, as you were saying, both of these players are relying on tactics we've seen before. Let's see which of them can really get the edge over the other.
This corner cam brought to you by Hero Forge. Build your custom mini today at heroforge.com.
Najim, where are you? You're supposed to be my corner man. How dare you abandon me in my moment of greatest need and or triumph? What do you mean you had to get on a plane? Oh, you had to go to another plane. Well, I suppose that's fair.
Hey, Van Richten, Viriki, long time no speak. Hey, listen. No, I'm good. I've been better, actually. Hey, listen. I'm in this kind of little bit of a pickle, and this Bailoff guy has unleashed a hellhound on me. I got a little bit of PTSD because I thought that was a werewolf, but I really could use some real words of encouragement here for if you have any. Okay. Oh, really? Okay. No, we're not gonna hang out later, no. But thank you. Bye.
All right, welcome to round 2. Does anybody want to spend hit dice?
I do.
How many?
I have spent 2 to get 9 back, so 3 to get 10 back. So I'm almost healed up.
All right. Okay, Esmeralda, it's your turn.
Okay. Esmeralda is going to, all of a sudden, this hound is you see the drool, and it's right in her face, and then poof, she disappears as she casts invisibility and takes a full movement.
This is what we're going to do. Cast invisibility, and you're going to move away.
Yes.
I think you would still get an attack of opportunity, but with disadvantage.
Yes.
And then I'm going to ask Bailoff to close his eyes, and you're going to tell me where you move to.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Very well. So Marmadark will get an attack of opportunity with disadvantage.
Correct.
Is that correct? Is that a 20 on this dice?
Yes, it is.
There we go. Critical hit, or what it actually is, because it won't be that. Ooh, that would be a 22.
A 22. Would I be able to shield as a reaction to
Sure
that?
you can.
Then it does not.
Very well.
Okay.
So now is where
Like no, with like with your eyelids.
Good. I trust him.
As close to as I can.
Sorry, sir. 1 second. Okay. All right. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay, your turn.
Very well. Marmadark is going to. Marmadark's pretty sure that she's no longer on that rock, so Marmadark is going to move to about here-ish.
Okay.
Using, or as close to there as 50 feet of movement.
10, 20, 25, 35, 40, right?
50 movement.
40. So you want to be here, though, right?
Yes, I think so. And he's going to hold an attack, just in case.
Okay.
By some chance she shows up.
Okay.
But the next thing that happens is that Baloth doesn't seem that concerned that he does not know exactly where she is, because he does, in fact, know her name. And so, naming her and calling out her name, he casts Rolathim's Psychic Lance. I do not need a line of sight as long as I know your name and you're within 120 feet of me.
What sorcery is this?
It's my sorcery. I'm a sorcerer. So that will be an intelligence 15, DC 15 save.
I'm sorry. What kind of save?
Intelligence save.
Intelligence. No.
Very well, you will take all of this damage then,
Oh
however
no.
much this is. You take 25 points of psychic damage, and I assume that's going to interfere with your ability to remain invisible.
Yes. So I believe.
Although I have to make I have a. Oh no, it's not concentration to keep the spell up, or does this just go down? When
Yeah, I
get
think
attacked?
invisibility. I think we talked about it before. You have to do a con save, and then if you just take a look.
I get advantage on con
I
saves
think if you
to
cast a
maintain.
spell or make an attack, the invisibility definitely goes down automatically. But if you get attacked, I think you have to do
You
a
have to
con
do a
save.
con save, and I
Can you
have
just click on
advantage on
invisibility
that.
just real
yeah.
quick, just to.
Concentration. Becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target we're carrying. The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a concentrate. It's a con save. Go ahead.
Okay, and which I have advantage on.
Yeah.
Okay, so 23.
Yeah, that'll be enough.
However, an effect, because you failed that save against the psychic damage, you are incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
What now?
You are incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
I assume incapacitation removes concentration?
It would.
Where does Esmeralda appear?
Can you read the incapacitated effect?
Oh, sure thing. Hold on.
Or condition, rather.
Oh, you are tricky.
Incapacitated creature cannot take actions or reactions.
For a whole turn?
Until the start of my next turn. So I assume you'll just miss one of your turns.
It's because you have initiative.
Okay. All right.
All right. So you
Cool.
watch as
Mhm.
Esmeralda comes to here. She's not unconscious. She's just incapacitated.
Oh, I think that held attack from my friend Marmadark will go off.
Except that he's 5 feet away. He's not within melee range.
Oh, very well.
Could I counterspell that?
You could if you hadn't used a shield spell.
Yeah.
That's a reaction.
Yeah, you used
And so is
so is kind of
so is counterspell.
only
So
one.
is counterspell.
Only one reaction.
Rats! Okay. I'm fine. It's okay. I'm fine.
Okay. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
That is, I believe, the end of my turn. Hold on, I still have a bonus action left, don't I?
Do you? I don't think so.
Do.
You don't think you've done enough?
No, I think I perhaps have done enough. Yes, for now.
You know, save your energy, save your strength.
Yes.
5 rounds. Stretch it out.
Very well.
All right. That is the end of round 2. We'll see you in round 3.
Uriah, can you believe that? What a clutch round for Baloth. I mean, some incredible moves there, and Esmeralda's not even going to get to act next round.
Yeah, Esmeralda was looking for every solution to those problems, and it just was not there for her. Baloth is on another level right now. He's showing that champion pedigree, and it's not over yet, but he's in a big lead.
I must say, this sorcerer has impressed me. Yet another reason I might be interested in those fighting pits.
All right. Welcome to round number 3. Esmeralda, you start the round. Would you like to spend any hit dice in your corner?
Yes.
You can do so, even
Yes,
though
I would like to do that.
she's incapacitated. How many would you like to spend?
2.
Okay.
So it's 50, 10 plus 3 twice.
Okay. All right. Esmeralda, it is now your turn. Unfortunately, you are currently incapacitated
Yeah.
and cannot take a turn.
You know, just stretching, just taking a breather.
Is it
You know.
coffee break? False sense of security. All right, Baloth, it is your turn.
Very well. Marmadark is going to step in, and I believe an incapacitated foe will be attacked with advantage.
They
Is
sure
that
will.
correct? Very well. The first attack is a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Very well, Marmadark. We'll take a bite out of Esmeralda for, that'll be 4 plus 4, 8 plus 3, 11 points of piercing damage.
I shield Marmadark's attack.
Very well, you do not take that 11 points of piercing damage.
Which is something I would have said, but I'm incapacitated.
Very well. And yes, let's do it.
No.
Let's do it,
Or
shall
maybe
we?
not. Or
Blight.
reconsider.
Blight comes into play. So this will be a Constitution 15, DC 15 saving throw.
Okay.
Disadvantage on the save.
Okay, so 15 for the first roll without adding some disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
9.
I'm afraid you take all of this damage then. This will be necrotic damage.
Okay.
As the very moisture and life essence is drawn from you, from your very pores, by the necromantic magic of Baloth Baratil, you take 33 points of necrotic damage.
Oh my goodness. But I'm still up.
I would expect no less, my dear. You'll be a fantastic competitor in the Black Pits, I can tell.
Again, didn't actually say that. Incapacitated.
I still say that, though.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
Let's see. I do have a bonus action left.
Do you?
I do. But I will not expend it at this stage. No.
All right, that is the end of round 3.
Woo!
Stay tuned for round 4.
Insult to injury, kicked when she's down. Esmeralda took 33 points necrotic damage while she was incapacitated, and that was the round.
Baloth is cold-hearted. He's a killer. He's precise, and he's striking while he's hot.
But so charming at the same time.
He is, and he also offered her a job for later. She was incapacitated, so she thought she might respond, but she was incapacitated, so who knows what she feels about that job opportunity.
Why is it? Am I getting a bad signal? What is wrong with the... Is my phone incapacitated? My phone's Baloth!
Oh, yes, Najib. It's going really well. No, it looks like I didn't really need you here for the morals report at all. Well, we'll have to discuss your contract further. Yes. Oh, yeah, Blight. Yeah, Blight. Went very well, yes. Roll with him Psychic Lance, yes. Yeah. Yeah, no, those are my highest level spell slots. You know, I have sorcery points. I can get spell slots back. All right, well, thank you, Najim. Yes, I can always count on you to be here, except not. Thank you, Najim. No, thank you, Najim. No, thank you, Najim. All right, thank me.
All right, welcome to the 4th round. Any hit dice that want to be spent? Esmeralda, of course, you are no longer incapacitated, as that
Oh, sorry.
was canceled at the beginning of Baloth's turn.
Yeah, I will definitely take some. This is round 4?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Hit dice are spent. You still have initiative. Nora, it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to. I'll let him take an opportunity attack. I'm going to take my full. I'm going to take how much to get over?
That's going to be 5, 10, 15 here, 20 if you want to
20
beat
there. Okay, right. I'm going to get in melee range.
I am 10 feet in the air.
You had to come down to, well, to be 30. Okay, so you just wanted to move basically down and across like this?
Yeah, it was basically across.
Okay, then can I reconsider this?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Okay.
Yeah, you absolutely
So I was
can.
here.
Yep. Yep.
Let me see. Yeah, I'll still take that action. I want to get closer
Yep.
to him. Get
Okay.
there. But he's 10 feet in the air.
Yes.
I am going to cast Lightning Bolt.
Okay. You can let us know what that does.
So it's from myself to 100 foot straight in a straight line. They have to make a dex save. A stroke of lightning forming a line 100 feet long and 5 feet wide blasts out from you in a direction you choose. Each creature in the line must make a dex saving throw. The creature takes 8d6 lightning damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. The lightning ignites flammable objects
Very well.
in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
Yeah. Okay. Dex save, please.
I think that sounds like something I would like to counterspell, or at the very least, make you use 2 third-level spell slots on, if you want to counterspell that counterspell.
I will counterspell.
Very well.
Okay. Lightning bolt goes through.
And so, this is a dex save,
Yes,
correct?
it is. What's the DC?
14.
14.
That is a 20. I make the save.
The natural 20.
My God. Okay. We still take half damage.
Yes.
Okay.
I shall.
And now, does that do anything to his little flyy broom thingy?
It's being carried by me.
Carried.
Ah, okay. So 23 is the full damage, so you take half of that.
13.
No.
No. Sorry.
11?
11.
11 points.
Math. I'm not responsible
Very
for that.
well. Baloth sort of goes as the lightning courses through his body.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry. I didn't take my full movement,
Yeah, you can still move.
so I could still move.
Yeah. You went 5.
I went half
10,
my distance.
15, 20, 25.
25. Okay. Okay. So I am going to. Do I have 10 and then 25?
No, that would be 35.
35. 15, 20, 20. Okay, so I'll take partial, that's fine.
Your movement's 50,
It's 40.
so that would be here. So you went 25. 5.
Oh, and it's
10, 15, 20. Here. 5, 10. Oh, you're right here.
And did I bonus action Blade Song from the beginning? I didn't? I will bonus action Blade Song.
Okay. It went down, remember?
That's right. Can't forget that.
Very well.
Okay, you're 10 feet in the air.
Marmadark is going to dash, I believe. I think he'll need to dash to base her, yes?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
He gets 50, so he can actually just get up to her.
He can just get up to her.
Very well. Then he will attack. Where is that? There we are. Marmaduke gets a 24 to hit.
It does hit.
24 hits from Marmaduke. That will be 5 plus 4, 9 plus 3, 12 points of piercing damage. Baloth will spin about. Move, if you can move me just right about there.
Here.
Still in the air.
Yep.
As the energy from the lightning bolt is still crackling over his body, he seems to gather it into his hands.
Oh, great.
And returns it as a lightning bolt.
I have to make a dex save.
This will be, yes, dex save, difficulty DC 15.
Okay.
And you are at disadvantage because Marmaduke is engaging you.
11.
That does not make it. You will take all of this damage. And that is, here we are. That will be 34 points of lightning damage.
And Esmeralda, like a Looney Tunes cartoon, turns into a charred match and falls to the ground.
That is a knockout at end of round 4.
Before the round ends,
yes,
Baloth will use some sorcery points to gain back that spell slot he just used.
Okay.
So he uses a 3rd level spell slot and then immediately gains one back.
All right. You still have hit dice to spend?
Yes.
Okay. So that is the end of round 4. We'll see you in round 5.
Is it me, or does Baloth have a lot of weapons and know exactly how to use them?
He sure does. Once again, we saw he baited Esmeralda into using that counterspell on his counterspell. Ooh, and then she didn't have a reaction available to use shield. What a devastating round for Esmeralda.
And Charter, she's out at the end of the round. That says a lot.
Yeah, we can smell the smoke from here.
Today's players are wielding the Lost Odyssey Iron Legacy Collection dice sets, including a Hellforged Axe guitar case. Get your collector set at dogmite.com/ironlegacy.
Yes, well, she cast Lightning Bolt, and then I cast Counterspell, and then she cast Counterspell, and then a little later I cast Lightning Bolt. Yeah, no, we have similar interests, it's clear.
Hey, Travas? Hey, listen, yeah, no, just shut up for a second. Like, you know how, like, you look up to me a lot and stuff? And, like, I'm your hero, and, like, you say all these nice things about me, like, all the time, and, like, it totally inflated my ego. Like, what if I came home and, like, I did not win this battle? Like, would you still, like, think I was, you know, like a big hero to you, or, like... Oh, why did I even call you?
All right, 5th and final round. Any hit dice that want to be spent?
Yes.
Spend them now.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Might as well, eh? I have 5 left. Seems extravagant to spend them all. But we'll see how I do. So that's 7 plus 8, 15. I only need to use 2 and I'm at max.
Okay. Done?
Yeah,
How many did you spend?
the rest of them.
Okay. All right, Esmeralda, it is your turn.
Okay. All right, so we're all pretty sure what's going to happen here. I don't think I'm going to use. Do I still have the? I lose the blade song from being knocked out. I am going to use Arcane Recovery to be able to cast my last fireball So you gotta make a dex save. But I would like to move back further here.
Here's the thing, though. I did expend some sorcery points getting back a 3rd level spell slot. And wouldn't you know it, Counterspell is a 3rd level spell
Give me
slot.
this last thing! We know you're gonna win! I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I can't risk you hurting my dog.
Your dog's...
Counterspell.
It
Okay.
fizzles.
Okay. Let me see. Do I have any other actions? Because I used that. The Arcane Recovery is not a bonus action, is it? Is it? I'm gonna.
I think it's just a.
Okay.
You can take one.
Arcane Recovery is not a bonus action, so I still have a bonus action, but I'm also going to Action Surge.
Okay.
To see what spells I got left. So I use that. I will cast. This is going to be such minimal damage, but at least it will hit maybe. Unless you got something else up your sleeve. I'm gonna cast Magic Missile. Which is not gonna hit because you're doing. I know what you're doing.
I have shield as a reaction.
Yeah, you do.
The missiles come perilously close to Baloth before...
You already used your reaction.
Oh, I used Counterspell. The missiles come so perilously close to Baloth that they hit him in the face.
Okay. I did something. All right. You take a whopping 2 points of damage.
Ow!
1 in each eyeball.
Youch! Well, that stung, I must admit. And you know something? We're not so different, you and I, as we've learned. This is the typical moment when a villain says that we're two sides of the same coin, but really, we're casting the same spells here as I cast Magic Missile back at you at 2nd level.
All right.
So that will be...
But I can shield that because I didn't use my reaction.
No, you didn't.
You have not used your reaction.
So I will put up shield against that.
Very well. Ping ping. Ooh, very clever, my dear. But Marmadark also will get to go on my round.
No, of course it will.
13, I doubt hits.
Nope.
Very go. Very well. Marmadark will not be attacking you successfully, no. Okay. Yes. And so, we end not so much a stalemate as, well, perhaps I have a bit more leverage in seeing if you might be willing to make an appearance at the Black Pits. It is a paying gig, and we do have artifact-level magic items as prizes.
You should have led with that.
I should have led with that. I should start with
You
that.
have to talk to my agent.
Oh, agent. Very well.
And that is the end of round 5.
This result brought to you by Noble Knight Games. Buy, sell, trade your tabletop collectibles at nobleknight.com.
Wow. What about? We watched some very high-level spell casting, some excellent magic being flung. What do you think, Uriah?
I mean, as far as dominance goes, that was the most dominant round I think we saw. There was 1 or 2 in the tournament, but for a championship bout to have that kind of dominance, we don't have the official ruling on the fight, but I think we all kind of know who stood on top.
Yeah, I think that little edge might have come through for Baloth by being just a little higher level of spellcaster. When you multi-class, sometimes you spread yourself a little thin.
Absolutely, and I mean, he was elevated, he was 10 feet in the air, and just kind of a step ahead. So, you know, it's the first tournament, but I think we're looking at a future Hall of Famer, to be honest.
Absolutely. I'd vote for him.
In the last match of our tournament, I scored this bout 4 rounds to 1 for the champion of the realm, Baloth.
Yeah, yes! Yes, excellent. Thank you. Most gratifying indeed. You know, when I entered this competition, it was with one aim in mind, and that was to poach all of the talent for my own gladiatorial endeavor. The Black Pits, the finest example of martial and magical magnificence the Underdark has to offer. Please, you can put up the link now. Put up the link. Do we have the link? We don't have the link.
You're not a sponsor.
All right. But I am the champion. The Black Pits, Baloth Baratil. Keep it in mind. And may I say, what a pleasure to face you in combat, my dear.
Listen, you fought very well. It was an honor. If I had to lose, I'm still upset about the dog. But you were a very worthy opponent, and it was an honor to battle with you.
And will you accept my offer to appear as a star in the Black Pits? Magic items, gold, green room, rider.
As long as you can, it's my appearance fee is what you have to meet.
Oh, yes. And there's a deli tray.
I don't know. No.
We'll skip the deli tray.
Okay.
These post-fight interviews are brought to you by Chad Rowe Tattoos. So we could feel your energy, how excited you were to be in there. It didn't go your way, unfortunately. You were in there with a master. I mean, we kind of saw that today. But at the end of the day, you made it to the finals once. That means you can do it again. How did you feel about your first tournament and how it ended up?
Honestly, this felt great. Just to be in the finals was amazing. And then to be against Mark Meer, who is like not only a dear friend, but also a cast member on Black Die Society with me, for us to be head to head together. I had a feeling he was, it was in his favor for the match, but I'm proud of him as a friend. And so I had a great time.
Absolutely. And I think, the most inspiring part for me was, in the last round, we kind of knew you were out of it, but you stayed in there and had fun, fought to the bitter end, as they say. Is that just kind of a thing about the character, or is that about you?
I think a little of both. If you have the opportunity, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, even though we knew what was going to happen. But if you have actions, if you have the opportunity to do something, always it's better to do something than to do nothing. So I had to just give it my all till the very end.
All right, a little life lessons from Champions of the Realm.
Okay, how does it feel to be champion Mark Meer?
It feels pretty good, let me tell you. And I owe it all to Baloth Baratil. I mean, Baloth Baratil is a bit of a bastard, and that has very little to do with his parents' marital status.
And of course, we can't forget Marmadark, who came in clutch.
Marmadark, very, very handy. For any Shadow Sorcerer, their Hound of Ill Omen is indispensable.
All right, so into the tournament, you fought 3 bouts. You won 3 bouts. Did you think this might happen going into it?
I'll be honest, going up against a paladin in round 1, I had my doubts. My doubts increased once I found out that Evelyn actually takes half damage from all spells, and spells is what Baloth does. So it was really a matter of keeping away from her and using Thunderstep, and Marmadark again came in very handy. So yeah, it really all came together, and in subsequent rounds we saw Baloth was able to dominate a little more with his spells because they actually worked on people. So.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't think you would survive fighting a paladin, but you did. You made it through. We know that D&D, for us D&D lovers, is a collaborative storytelling experience, as we've experienced here in this series, but it still means something to be called a winner. I mean, what does that feel like?
Oh, well, the bragging rights, really. Bragging rights are very important to Baloth Baratil, and I assure you, he will be bragging. He will be bragging.
As he should, and as should you, Mark. Congratulations. It was really marvelous to watch how adeptly you piloted this character, and I think everybody at home is going to enjoy it quite a bit as well. Congratulations on being champion of the realm.
Thank you so much. I'm going to add that to Baloth's resume. So, one of the top 5 spellcasters in Faerun, the Slayer of Halaster Blackcloak, or Alabuster Bootyclap, we're not quite sure which one, the Slayer of Tiamat, and now champion of the realm.
And one more time, what is the charity you were fighting for, and how's it feel to be able to donate to them?
I was fighting for Make-A-Wish, very appropriate, because Baloth, of course, has access to a djinn who does grant wishes, and hopefully we've raised some money for Make-A-Wish, a very, very good cause, and one that I'm very happy to support.
Mark, so proud of you, so happy for you, and thanks so much for being the first champion.
Thank you.
Introducing Mark Beer, the ultimate champion of the realm.